Hey, everybody. Thanks for listening to the Marriage is Tougher Than Woodpecker Lips podcast. This is Bryan, joined by my co-host, Paul. We'd like to welcome you to a community meant for the men of the world to share their thoughts and perspectives on marriage. We can learn from each other's experiences and help each other be better husbands. We're going to jump into part 5 of our series, Wedded, Bliss, and Other Lies. The topic for today is what's for dinner? The age-old question that can start a war.
All right, and before we get into this, I just want to say, if this is your first time, thanks for checking us out. If you've been rocking with us for a while, thank you for tuning back in. If this conversation is funny, if it leaves an impression, please like or share it with someone. We'd really appreciate that. You can search us going to marriagestougher.com, and if you'd like to reach out and have any comments, hit the contact form. If you'd like to be a guest, you can hit that contact form again. It'll scroll you to the page, fill it out, let us know who you are and what you'd like to talk about, and we'll figure out a way to get you on the show. You can also search Marriage is Tougher on all social media platforms if you'd like to connect with us there. Again, we appreciate you taking your time out of your day to listen to us. Now let's get into the show.
I feel like I'm going to get hungry by the time we're done talking about this because I haven't eaten breakfast yet. So,
listen, I just had a twang in my belly right now. And
right.
So I didn't even know until the topic came up. Oh, that's funny.
Man. So what's for dinner, man? It's funny because my first thought on this topic is when we're about to go out to eat and we're trying to decide where to go.
Mm-hmm.
And I know we've previously brought this up on the pod, like how my wife and I battle through this. So I'm curious if you've put anything similar in place, and I'll even talk about what we do just for, new listeners or anybody who hasn't heard the episodes where I talk about that. But this also leaks into eating meals at home, right? Like,
yes, I didn't even think about it, but because the focus is always going out, blah blah blah, but at home, come on.
yeah, right.
No.
So most recently, it has been one, who's gonna cook? 2, what are we making? Typically for us, it's curated around what protein's going to be made, right? What protein is likely going to expire first, and then how quickly do we need to make this happen?
All right? Big factors. Yep.
Yeah, for sure. Like, all right, we have to leave the house in an hour. This isn't going to be a roasted chicken.
Right.
I might be pan-searing some fish. I might be pan-searing some, some chicken breast or something. But, yeah, man. And I feel like that for us has made it slightly easier, but there's still always that little sticky position. Like, so if I don't start cooking before she gets home, there's this little dance that happens, right? Like we greet each other and all that, and the kids are saying hi to her and all that. Like I've already had that time with the kids. And then we both land in the kitchen and it's like, all right, what's about to happen here? Right? Who's gonna volunteer?
Right.
And then if I do volunteer, what are you gonna go do?
Right. Yeah, that's wild. I didn't even think so I do most of the cooking. So it's more so looking at the calendar and seeing what needs to be done between when everyone gets home and does everyone need to leave again, right? Is there something else, right? Is there a practice? Is there a meeting? Is there something? So that's like, okay, like what are we doing? And I have to think about it early enough in the day or even the day before to make sure that it's either thought or I know what I'm doing, because it's like, obviously I have the ability to pull something like a rabbit out of the hat and we have food for sure. But that's not always received well, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Like I need everyone to eat this because this is what it is and it's going to be amazing. Not, okay, like that. And that's more so from my 12-year-old. Like, she's like, oh, okay, this is what's going, and she's really mad, and that thing. But it's it's wild to think. I think this past week it was really quick stuff. So it was like pasta and meatballs. Like that was easy. Always, I'm starting to think, what are the go tos, and kind of making them. What are the quick go tos that we can have for these decisions? Because otherwise, it's like, okay, then I guess someone's picking something else up from somewhere else, and that's I despise that, honestly. Like,
Okay.
I do not like that. If I want to eat out, I want to sit, eat out, have a good meal. It feels worth, because I feel like even fast options, even if it's like Chipotle or something, it's like everything feels like it's getting up to a sit down price
Mm,
without the sit down experience.
facts.
so it's like, if I'm paying the same as a sit down restaurant, I want to sit down. I want to have the 2-3 hours of the family fun and that community, not like, let's shovel it in our face because we have somewhere to go. Like, I can make something like that at home. Like, so all that to say is, it bleeds over, and you got to be prepared.
Yeah.
You got to think about it.
Yeah, for sure. I guess it's warranted that I go back and talk about our little system. So when we're
Mm-hmm.
going out to eat, for those who haven't heard before, what I started to do is buy gift cards, usually $50 at a clip, and they could be just for future planning, for a gift or whatever. Um, but we have this little decorative box that all the gift cards go into, and rather than having to decide where it is that we want to eat for the day, we already know that all the gift cards in that box are places that we like to eat. So it takes the choice right out of it. You grab, I mean, more or less, you could blindly grab a card, but I
Mm-hmm.
think typically what we do is, throw them on a bed and just pick one. But it makes it a lot easier because you you have to decide, but you're not really deciding, right? It's like, all right, put me,
Yeah, it doesn't
hold
feel
it up
as
in the air. Are you cool with
ominous,
this? All right, let's go.
right? It doesn't feel as ominous, like all the places that we could ever think of. It's like, no, we have like 15 to 20 right here.
Yeah,
And
because
then
think
just
about it.
pick.
Like, what's the real consideration? Like, are we both going to enjoy ourselves? Like, we're going out to eat. Of course, we're both going to enjoy ourselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then second is, are you going to be able to find something that you want on the menu? Yeah, we've been there before. Or if it's a place we want to try but heard good things, we know we're going to find something on the menu that we like, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why we put so much weight on the decision of where to eat.
That
What
part.
is it about that like is you think it's going to go wrong?
Right. Do you really?
Like, is
Like,
this going
how
to
often
ruin
does
our
it go
day?
wrong? Right. How often
Like,
does it
this
really go
year
wrong?
is
It doesn't.
ruined because we went to that place for dinner, and now I hate you
Right.
because you chose.
That's such a good, yeah. It's not end of the world. It's not the end of your life. It's really not even the end of your day. And if it is, it's not because you chose the restaurant. It's because maybe you had a terrible server who was having a bad day.
Right.
And even that, like, you can get past that.
Yeah. And chances are you'll go back.
Right.
Even with that bad experience, chances
Hmm.
are you'll go back because, you realize, like, all right, yeah, we had bad service that day, or it was, really busy. We had to wait a little bit longer than we expected. Certain
Hmm.
things, like, they're just one offs. So I don't know. That makes it a lot easier for us. Um, where I guess else do you guys struggle when you're trying to decide what's for dinner?
I think it's the, I say for us, it's when has everyone eaten before, right? Because some
Ah,
days Crystal will
yeah.
go, it's that between the 2 and 4 hour, and she'll eat something, but then, like, knowing that it's quote unquote dinner time is coming between 5 and 7, it's like, okay, if I make this, are you going to eat it? And the thing is, my wife, because of her background, like we were just talking about this last night, she grew up on a farm basically, so they have their own fresh stuff.
Mhm.
So you just take what you're going to eat for that day and you make it. Also, growing up poor, it was like we only had what we had for the day. So she never grew up eating leftovers. So there's this thing of wanting it to be fresh, right? Not being warmed up. And some things she will, but most things it's like, okay, like I want this to be cooked today, not
Mhm.
warmed up from yesterday. Um, so there's that element of what do we have that we can make right now? Did you just eat at 3? So you're not even going to be hungry at dinner. So then, like, basically, you'll just be sitting there for the family meal, but not really eating. So then it's like, okay, what do I want to eat? What does Bella want to eat? So it's like, I'll eat anything, but it's like, let me make sure that I don't have to have a conversation or angst about this, right? Because either way, you're going to eat what's for dinner, but it's how are we going to get there? you
Right,
know?
right, right.
So, um, so I think those are the factors. Like, has my wife eaten closer to dinner where she's not going to eat? And she has like, for those of you who don't know, she has like an autoimmune thing that she deals with. So sometimes it's just she can't eat, like she's just not hungry. So it's like those are kind of the things we juggle um, around it. But at the end of the day, I like what you said. Like, it's not the end of the world if it's not that great, or if like if it doesn't go as planned. Like, food is going to be there, nourishment and calories will be presented. Do with it what you what you will,
Right,
right?
right.
And we'll eat again tomorrow. We're blessed enough. Like, that's the thing with our family. We have enough to eat tomorrow, or even later that night. God
For
forbid.
sure. It is usually later that night
So,
in the form of leftovers from the restaurant.
yeah.
What was I going to say? To your point, I find my feelings being hurt occasionally if I try to make, even if it's a quick but elaborate meal. And occasionally my wife will have a later lunch due to like the dynamics of her work.
Hmm.
And then if she comes home, she's like, "Oh, yeah, that looks really good. I'm just not really hungry right now." I'm like, and
Facts. I've never thought about that, but that is a thing.
yeah. And
It
I've
is.
never even said it until just now, but
Wow.
uh, turning over a new leaf, trying to get my feelings out there.
Yeah, I think, man, I think that's for me is so I never really cared about this until my wife brought it to my attention, right? Because when she cooks, she wants it like as soon as it's ready, like everyone be at the table to get it hot, right?
Yep.
So I found like that was never a thing in my brain. Like, if it gets cold, you warm it up, it's fine. If it's not as hot, I like my food really hot. So I usually end up hitting it for 30 or 60 seconds regardless, because I like
Okay.
it just hot enough where it's not burning the top layer of my tongue off, right? So, and it's very hard, it's a balance to get there. But so my wife pointed it out and I was like, oh yeah, I guess that's a thing. So now I've taken that on, and I feel like when I call everyone for dinner and they're still doing stuff, I'm like, oh, and it's almost like, do I really care, or do I care because you care? Like,
Uh,
if it was reversed, you'd want me to do the same, but you're not doing the same. So I have to work through that. But since you brought that up, I had to share, since we're sharing our food confessions as the cook.
Facts. Yeah, I think I try to get the kids to the table a little bit earlier. Like they might be outside if it's nice out. They
Hmm.
might be playing games together, and so like I'm like, listen, like y'all go get washed up and get to the table. I'm about to start plating, right?
Hmm.
Um, what I've found is because they're young and they get distracted easily, it's I've been calling them to the table earlier, and so there might be like a 2 to 4, maybe even 5-minute period where they're just sitting there with no food in
Hmm.
front of them. But that's important to me as well, and I never really put too much thought into why it's important. Um, I especially being the Thanksgiving Day cook,
Mm-hmm.
put a lot of weight on all of the dishes being hot when they're served, which is
Mm-hmm.
a really delicate balance. Like I could really use two ovens if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
I think I need that in my life.
Mm-hmm.
But then I've seen this year some of these electronic warming pads as well.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
That because we don't
Yeah.
do the sternos and all that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Mm.
the warming pads might be a thing.
Yeah, they could be. Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And on the other end, I'm like, I'm not spending money on that
Right. That's the part.
to use it once a year.
Yeah, I think yeah, that's always a delicate balance of calling everyone and having the food ready. Um, how do you feel about the reception of the meal? Like if you're trying something new and like or you put some effort or it's like, man, like I had to whip this up and look at this. This I had 45 minutes and this is great. And then you're like,
Yeah.
how do you feel about that?
Lots of feelings.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd say it's probably about 60-40. My wife responding before I have to ask, like, oh, this is really good. Makes me feel good. Just somebody put just that minimal effort into acknowledging that I did a good job, right?
Mm-hmm.
That old verbal attaboy. And then there's the kids. Um, so it can go one of a few ways. One is, and it's almost preferential at this point. There's just dead silence because everybody's eating. They're eating quickly, and it's
Mm-hmm.
good. I don't have to ask. I just see
Mm-hmm.
it on their faces. I'm like, all right, well done,
Yep.
right? And then there is the 2-1 split. My daughters are going ham, and my son's picking at it like, I don't like this. I'm like, yo, you little.
Right. Oh.
Oh man, but I also take it as a challenge because there's like specific foods like carrots, right? He doesn't care for cooked carrots so
Mm-hmm.
much. But then I started changing the way I was cooking them, and then it went to, all right, I like these. I like daddy's carrots. I'm only eating cooked carrots if
I
daddy
love
cooks them
that.
this way. And then you start sneaking them a little bit different back towards,
Mm-hmm.
the less
Desirable way.
sweetened version
Right.
of
Right.
them, right? Um, and he's now just accepted, yeah, I'll eat cooked carrots. But I like, I kind of like
Yeah,
that
it
challenge
is.
of, you said you don't like this. Can I cook it in a way that you will like it? The only one I haven't cracked so far is salmon for Cheyenne.
Mm.
Actually, no, she doesn't like coconut either. So if I make coconut shrimp, she's not on board.
Mm. Tough. Yeah, it's I feel that it's the so yeah, it's usually me at this point. It's me, my wife, my daughter, and our nephew. And so he's easy peasy, right?
Okay.
He's yeah, it's hitting him like yeah, it's good. He'll eat it, whatever it is. He's just I'm so glad to have a home cooked meal, right?
Okay.
So, but Crystal is right, just one little. This is good. Like my chest is so puffed up. Bella, I'm going in with it's probably going to be I go in understanding like she's the food critic. Like I'm going to get what I get. I can't be too much, but when it's good, it's great. When it's bad, it's disappointing. Um,
Mhm.
in the sense of she knows how to verbally process, but she likes to verbally process out loud. So it's not even like I have to not take it as like an attack on me, but
Okay.
like
Yeah.
her just working through how she feels about whatever this dish is.
Yeah.
So I think I had to learn that as the one that takes the time. Like she's just processing to get to how she feels, and sometimes it's like, oh, that feels, and but then it's like, oh, I like this. Like if you would have heard the words before as she's figuring out if I like this out loud, where
Right.
me, I wouldn't say anything till I decide I like this or
Yeah.
don't. She's
Yeah.
just starting to talk before she decides. And it's like, oh my gosh, everything is about this is terrible, but the conglomeration is great once you put it together and you bite it. Okay, great, great, great. Um, but for her, the thing that I was most excited about was tomatoes. She doesn't like actual tomatoes. So if there's tomatoes in anything, she either there's this period of her processing through how she hates tomatoes out loud. Um, but I make this chicken that has like this sun dried tomato. It's like a garlic sauce base, and she
Okay.
loved it because she couldn't tell it was tomatoes. And so the first time we had it, we just like it's just like flavor pockets. That's what Crystal said. It's just flavor pockets. I was like, it's clearly tomatoes, but I'm not saying it.
Right.
So in that dish, she will eat it, and she's figured out that it is tomatoes, and it was just like, hmm. So if you don't, if she doesn't see it, like if she was to be blindfolded and just have this, she'd eat tomatoes probably, or things with tomatoes in it. But it's she sees it and it's a no go. So that dish was one I started this year. And so the first time I was like, oh, I don't know how it's gonna go, but it's everywhere. So she got to eat this with this pasta.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, those are. It's a good, like you said, it's like this. Okay, got her. All right, we got it.
Yep.
Some way
Yep.
to for her to eat these. So
Yeah. I like to win, man. That
that part.
is I will look for competition anywhere.
Yeah, right. That's funny. But yeah, I'm glad that you pointed out that it's not just the out of the home decisions for this meal thing. It happens in the home too.
Facts.
It's eye opening.
Yep. Yeah, man. I think that's all I got on it, unless you have something else.
Nope. For those that are cooks, just keep going.
Yeah.
Just keep going, and you'll be great. I think everyone should try the gift card option though,
It is
because
clutch.
it's one, and I know you've talked about it. It's a good conversation starter in general.
Hmm.
Just to figure out like I'm going to start buying these gift cards. Is there any place you don't want me to buy from? And then you can kind of get that going. Or is there anyone I must buy consistently? And then you have the conversation not while you're trying to make the decision of where to go, which
Right.
makes it real nice.
Yeah. And it could be fun too. I mean, like, even if it's someplace you haven't been, you can make it an exploratory,
Hmm.
experience or night out. So the chances are anywhere you go, you're gonna find something on the menu that you like.
Right.
But I think I would almost, for my preference, double down on that exploratory and try to find something on the menu that I haven't tasted or
Hmm.
tried before. Then
Oh,
you learn
that's
something new.
tough. Because sometimes it's like, okay, this is a new Italian place. So I know what I
Sure.
like in lasagna. So I'm going to get the lasagna and
Right.
I'm going to judge them on that. And we'll probably be back so I can try something else. But
Yep.
I need to know if they do lasagna well, they got me. Right.
Right. Right. Right.
That double exploration is like, oh, I've never had this clamshell bake before.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this place is trash. But again, you'll probably be back a second time to
Yeah.
legitimize it. I
Right.
hear what you're saying. Go
Or
for it.
find a nice little tapas place.
Hmm.
Just buy, try a bunch of different plates. Although that could get really expensive. I think the
Yeah.
last time we did that, we legit spent like $300.
Yeah. It happens fast.
Yeah.
You're like, what? What? Yeah. You decide to try everything. Full menu. Good
Right.
job.
Right. But I think we justified it because we also had like a $200 gift card,
Hmm.
like just like one of the Visa or MasterCard gift cards.
Gotcha.
And
Yeah,
we went out with that. So we knew we were blowing some money.
yeah. And
Made it easier.
it's good days. I like that. It makes it a lot easier because then you're
Yeah.
not leaving like, oh my gosh, I can't believe just dropped three on that when you didn't expect it anyway. So
Exactly. Like we left
yeah,
there laughing about it.
that's a beautiful thing, man. That's a
Yeah.
blessing.
Facts.
Well, appreciate you guys if you made it through this episode. Thank you for rocking with us. Again, if you have any questions, give us ideas on how you get through the decision of where to go. And you can hit us searching Marriage is Tougher on any social media platform, or you can let us know on our website, marriageisttougher.com. Just hit the contact form, let us know how you cope with or deal with making the decision of what's for dinner, eating out, or even at home. Again, we appreciate you guys taking the time. Um, and yeah, we'll chat later. See ya.
Peace.